Welcome to ACES Health, where we explore health from every angle: anatomy, chemistry, energy, and soul. I'm Dr. Yang, and today's episode is personal because many of you have written to me asking the same question. My baby was smiling, talking, playing, and then suddenly something changed. What happened? You're not imagining things. You are not overreacting. Today we're talking about regressive autism, one of the most heartbreaking, confusing, and poorly understood patterns of this condition. Let me share the story of a boy I will call Ethan. At 18 months, Ethan was saying 10 words. He loved peekaboo, clapped when music played, and light up when his dad came home. By age 2, those words were gone. He stopped smiling. He stopped responding to his name. It was like a light had gone out, almost overnight. His parents were told, "It is just autism. It was always there. You just didn't notice." But they did notice, and they were right. There are two main ways autism can appear. Early-onset autism. Signs appear very early, sometimes by 6 months. The second is regressive autism. The child develops normally, then loses skills between 1 and 3 years of age. Studies suggested up to 1 in 3 children with autism experience some form of regression. Dr. Elizabeth Mumper, a pediatrician and a former director of the Autism Research Institute, has said, "Regression is a real phenomenon. Parents are not imagining it. We have to listen to them." What could be causing regression? Let's talk about signs in simple terms. Number 1, mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria are the batteries of your cells. They give energy to the brain, muscle, and immune system. Dr. Richard Fry, a pediatric neurologist at Phoenix Children's Hospital, has studied this extensively. He found that up to 80% of children with regressive autism have signs of mitochondrial issues like low energy, fatigue, or poor muscle tone. The developing brain is extremely vulnerable to energy shortages, and regression often follows a metabolic stressor, Dr. Fry wrote in Translational Psychiatry 2013. Second is immune and post-infectious triggers. Some children regress after high fever, illnesses, or even multiple ear infections. Why? Because their immune systems may be overactive or imbalanced, attacking the wrong targets, including the brain. This overlaps with autoimmune encephalitis or conditions like PANS or PANDAS, where antibodies attack brain tissue. Number 3, toxic load and epigenetic sensitivity. If the child already has genetic vulnerabilities like MTHFR mutations or poor detox pathways, even a small exposure to medication, heavy metals, mold can trigger regression. I have seen this in clinic over and over. A child gets antibiotics or a vaccine combined with a viral infection, and suddenly the lights go out. Number 4, my child changed after vaccine. What does that mean? Now I want to speak to something many parents have told me over the years, both in clinic and through this podcast. My child regressed right after a vaccine. It is one of the most sensitive and controversial topics in medicine today, and yet I believe it's essential to listen to the parents and ask real questions without shutting down the conversation. Let's think about it. Vaccines are designed to protect against infectious disease and have saved millions of lives. But not every child responds the same way. Some children, particularly those with mitochondrial dysfunction, impaired detoxification, and immune sensitivity, may be more vulnerable to regression following a combination of triggers, including vaccine, but not just one. In fact, Dr. Richard Fry has noted that in some children with mitochondrial disease, immune stressors, whether a fever, illness, or even a vaccine, could tip the balance in the developing brain. It is not the vaccine alone, it's a combination of pre-existing metabolic vulnerabilities and immune activations that matters, Dr. Fry noted in Autism Science Digest. The question isn't, are vaccines good or bad? The real question is, are there children who need a more careful, personalized approach to vaccine? Some researchers like Dr. Elizabeth Mumper have supported the idea of individualized vaccine schedules for children with known risk factors, such as siblings with autism or children with mitochondria or methylation issues. This is where ACEs medicine comes in, looking at the whole child, their biology, their environment, and their unique story, not just population statistics. So, what do? We believe the parents. We investigate mitochondria and immune markers, not just behavior. We support the child's biochemistry, brain energy, and a detox system, often through diet, nutritional supplements, and neurodevelopmental therapies. I have seen children regain words. I have seen the spark come back. It's not a miracle, it's a medicine. And it starts with asking the right question, what happened to my baby? And refusing to accept we don't know as the final answer. In our upcoming episodes, I'll be speaking with Dr. William Walsh again, and we're working to invite Dr. Richard Fry, who has studied mitochondrial dysfunction in over 1,000 children with autism, and Dr. Elizabeth Mumper, who has been a pioneer in treating regressive autism with integrative strategies. We'll also hear more from families, real stories, and real healing. If this episode resonated with you, share it with another parent, teacher, or grandparent, because this isn't just about understanding autism, it's about reclaiming hope. Join our community, subscribe, explore more resources by becoming a member. I'm Dr. Yang. Health is our greatest wealth. Let's take care of it together.